What's going on, everybody? Sitting here on a Monday morning, ready to start the trading week. Feeling pretty good here. I thought about doing this a little bit too late here, but I'll go over it super quickly what I got on my sheet. Dump my bad trades. I know that my best trades work immediately, so if trade's not going my way, kind of consolidate and not really doing what I want it to do, it's best just to get out and move on to the next one. Worry about the FANGs. We got Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google, and other subsets, basically the big sector leaders, to show, where the general market direction is going for that specific industry or sector. Pay attention to beta, how well it follows with the market, how closely does it follow with the SPY. The open is price discovery, lack clear trends, tape reading, very important. VWAP failure indicates reversal. Last day, significant support and resistance levels. Take what is given to me. Don't force yourself or my own thoughts, beliefs, emotions onto the market. Just take the setup. Don't worry so much about the entry size. You want to see big size on good breakouts, 300 plus size orders. You can see I'm looking at CLVS here. Got it sorted by the size. Figure it's going to be a pretty big mover at the open here, but it's been dropping down pretty hard here for the past couple of minutes. On the daily chart, I got 4 things to look for. See how it acts on other gaps, other support and resistance levels. Does the volume trend support does the volume support the trend? And look for profit-taking patterns on reversals. 15 minutes, we're looking for 3 big reds followed by a doji. 5 minutes, several of them followed by a couple of indifferences, and then 1 minute we're looking for trap traders. And look for short squeeze patterns on gaps. For instance, I know CLVS here has a pretty big short float of 20% here, a short ratio of 5, so I'm thinking there's going to be a pretty huge pop here at the open. You can see it's been kind of moving down, moving back up here as of late, but we're popping up 50% on it, so we're going to see what happens. SPY's moving up right now, just broke out of a new pre-market high. See on CLVS, let's see, we got a bunch of green, a little bit of red here, maybe some shorts coming in because it's failed. That's the first time that it failed to move higher after this one too, I suppose. But I don't like that I'm seeing it right now move down right at the open here, because that doesn't really give me a good risk-reward setup, so I might end up having to switch this one. I don't think I'll take it at the open. I'll be looking for a pullback instead, because it's just simply too far away from the pre-market highs right now. I'm also looking at JD here. JD also is a fairly good distance away from the pre-market highs, but I guess depending on what I'm going to see first, I will take JD, but CLVS might have to take a minute for me to get into it. So let's see, JD, I'm wanting to get in at 70 with a stop loss of 25 cents, so more than 25 cents now. Okay, so 70 is where I'd want to get in. 70, the stop loss is, so 100 shares, 150. A little bit late of an entry there, but in fact, a pretty late entry. What's the low here? Low is 35, so 34. I want to put that in because I don't want to get burned here. You can see a huge buyer there at 50. There's a bunch of red going on right now. I don't like that. And CLVS is popping up pretty big here. Okay, we broke the pre-market high. You can see all those sellers there. What was that, 57? Oh, we broke it though. That's good. Okay, now we got some buying coming in. I touched the 80 again. SPY's moving up again. Well, it keeps wanting to move, but it's getting kind of stuck here. If it gets below 50, I'm gonna take half off, reduce my risk a little bit. Alright, took half off. It's bouncing all over the place here. I don't know if there's a way to move this up without having to click it a bunch of times. I think I'd like to move it up to 38. Got some buying coming in. I'd like to see it bust out of here. I know it's a tech stock. Tech's kind of moving up. Tech is up a lot. Okay, now we got some support. This thing's gonna have to go up, what, 40 cents from entry, so it's gonna have to get up there for me to even break even on this trade now. Pre-market highs were 77, now we're sitting up here at the top. Huge selling coming in now. Broke through.
XIV.
Alright, it's moving pretty slow now. We'll see how it reacts up there at the whole number. And if it gets there. volume looks okay. And we got a small red candle there, and the rest has just been slowly grinding up. See all the sellers here, see what happens. Oh, clipped right through. Alright, I'll be looking to take this. That's a big move up. Alright, I took. Finishing up 12 bucks. Pretty decent trade. I don't really know how I feel about that. I don't think I should be selling half for a loss just to reduce my risk, to still hold out and hope that it goes up. I'll have to think about that one. I don't think I traded that right. Okay, looking at RMP, trying to get in here. I'm going to take 100 now. Failed to move lower again. Low volume on the green. Looking for the big breakout here. I'll add another 100 if it gets above 19. The recent high here is 1907, but I'll sell at 69 here. I'm going to put that in just in case. Not risking the full 50 just yet. Yeah, I don't like this candle. I figured that would be much higher. It's also pretty early to be taking a reversal, but we'll see what happens here. The SPY is just screaming up right now. It just keeps moving higher. I'm definitely figuring that's gonna help. Also, this is an oil company, which definitely makes a difference too, but it's part of this rice stock that got bought out. And it's not matching 1-to-1 with rice here, but rice is moving down at the moment. So we'll kind of have to just see what happens. So I got 100 shares at 95, so that is, what, $26? I want to see some more buyers come in here. And the SPY is just making new highs and then some. It's making a big move right now. Got a little bit of action. I'm almost afraid that it's going to happen too fast, that I get in too late. If I start seeing the ask at 1905. Volume's looking better. These lows are, what, 80, 79, 80. So I'll move my stop loss up here if anything happens. To, looks like 79, 78. SPY is still just moving up. I'm waiting to see this thing pop here because the SPY is absolutely trying to help out. Just gotta get through 19. Still failing to move lower. This time we got a 96 or 76. About to get stopped out here. And I'm out. Oh, 61. Yeah, I got caught in some slippage. Oh, shoot. Okay, I tried to get into 1290 whenever I clicked the button, but I mean, it seriously jumped up immediately right as I clicked it. It was sitting at this 90 here, and I tried to get in at 92. So I got a pretty late entry there, risking 150 shares, stop loss at 75, but I'm looking to take BLCM long here. It broke over 13, but it's kind of making a comeback up here on volume. You can see it's already making a move here. But I'll have 150 shares stop loss for 76 now. SPY's been going pretty crazy here, still moving up. The healthcare sector is moving up too. I mean, everything's taking it with it, so we'll see what happens here. Trying to get, if I was trying to get in at 90, I'm trying to get about 15 cents. Heading into the lunch hours too, so everything's definitely slowing down here. Yeah, risking about 40 bucks here. I usually don't mind it if it does do a little fake breakout like that, but the big part that I like is that it comes back up to 13 to try and test it again here. So I wanted to hop in on it. You can see on the 5s it's been bouncing off that 13 pretty much all day here. I'm gonna have that in just in case, because this thing gets kind of spready and moves a little quickly.
Looking at EQT.
Healthcare, the biotech sector. The biotech sector is really green today. See, it's got some support down by the 80s. Just want to see it bust back up above 13. I'd like to see it at 13.10 before I start taking any profits. I realize it's only 10 cents, but because I got that late entry, I'm kinda limiting myself as to how much that profit's actually gonna be. Yeah, 8 cents late entry. think this just came out. What's this got? I just climbed, yeah. Well, everything's helping at the moment. Yeah, the sector leaders are dropping. The sector itself is moving up, the spy's moving up, but the bigger leaders here is Celgene and Amgen, and Amgen's kind of dipping along with Celgene too. We'll see if that has a big impact. I think I'm actually gonna move this up. We'll let it get below 80 because I see that's 16 there. I know if it breaks that, it's probably gonna end up going back down to this low here too. Yeah, volume's pretty much dead. Thought it would be a bigger, faster move. Ended up getting up there, but pulling back. Things are kind of dying out. Let's see what happens. Ooh, SPY just took a big hit. Yeah, SPY just dropped pretty hard all of a sudden. Definitely an exit indicator, but I really want to see what it does at this level here. stopped out, ended up getting out at what, 75 there. Okay, I'm going to be done for the day, so I'm going to do a recap and then talk about everything. First trade that I took was JD. I was looking at the pre-market here. It was moving up, capping up a bunch, 4%. Wanted to take it long over the highs, obviously. Ended up getting in, trying to get in at 70. I believe I got filled 75, it looks like. Really bounced everywhere. Couldn't really make up its mind, but ended up selling off half into this candle here because I didn't want to take the full $50 hit. But I still liked it enough to see where it would go. Obviously the volume was green here, big green here, and then we had a small red candle there, and then it started pulling back up. So my 75 shares, I ended up getting out at 40.20 here, pretty much right at the top of this candle here, just 2 cents away from the high. Ended up being a $12 winner, pretty decent. Did do exactly what I wanted to do, which was just cut my losses quicker, managing my risk, things like that. Second trade that I took was RMP.
UNFI.
This, I don't know exactly what the deal is, but this RMP is connected with this rice stock. And this rice stock I believe it got bought out today. So I ended up trading this one, obviously looking for the reversal here. Because see, on the 5s, I took it really early in the day too. On the 5s, it just had the big move down, then it had the nice green candle. I wanted to take it long over here because it made the move up. Then it pulled back a little bit, failed to move higher or lower on low volume. Figured it would pop back up even more. Tried to take it over the 19, ended up failing again. Got stopped out somewhere around here, ended up being a $33 loss. I wanted to do my double size. I wanted to do risk 25 and then risk 25 again, so if it broke over this 19, I was ready to buy another 100 shares, but obviously I ended up not doing that. So instead of taking a $50 loss, took a $34 hit. Exactly what I'm looking to do again, just make my losses smaller. I was doing a bunch of audiobook listening to the other day, and one of the big things that one of the guys was talking about is you should learn how to lose before you learn how to win. So I took that as, you know, cut your losses faster, play a little smarter, play a little safer, manage your size more efficiently. I'm trying to do more scaling in this week as opposed to just being full size immediately. I want to look more into scaling in, starting with the smaller risk to build the bigger position to make sure that the trade goes in my direction before I end up doing the full $50 risk just to make 50. Instead, I want to play at risk 25 to make 25, and then add again if it goes into my favor, building a position and giving myself a nice little buffer to deal with. And then the last trade that I just took was this BLCM. You can see it at the open, got up near 13 and then hit 13 again, hit 13 again. And on the 5s, it actually busted through here, but it ended up being a really quick reversal. Didn't get in on it on this candle, but I saw that after that candle, it was kind of bottoming out a little bit here, kind of bouncing off of the 50, and then it started moving back up again, and I saw it right here, and as soon as I turned my video on, I was getting ready to buy at 92, and then as soon as I clicked that buy button, it ended up shooting up, and I got filled at 98 instead, so I got about 6 cents of slippage there, which really isn't that big of a deal. Like, well, no, it was a pretty big deal, but ended up being a $34 loser again. I was trying to risk 25. I was going to add again somewhere near the highs. Still doing the scaling into the full position. Overall, I guess it was a good losing day because I ended up making my losses smaller than they should have been. I mean, this could have been a $100 losing day if I played it incorrectly, I guess. Let's see, this is the 1 minute. Yeah, so we're sitting in here now. Ended up getting stopped out here. Obviously the volume's just a little too low. SPY ended up having a big dip, and that you can see, oh shoot, see right here is where I ended up getting stopped out, was right in there, because the SPY failed to move higher, everything failed to move higher. What's going on? My window will not just load in one of my monitors for whatever reason. Okay. So yeah, overall, decent losing day. Down 56 bucks. All it takes is one trade to make it back. Definitely not a big worry. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit better. Though this is popping up on my scanner here. Yeah, that's nothing. Yep, nothing. Okay. And looking to dump my losing trades a little quicker, going back over my sheet that I had here at the beginning of the day. Definitely took what was given to me today. There was only one other trade that I guess I kind of missed out on, and it was this SINA. It kept breaking over that 89, but it didn't, it just couldn't stick it. So I ended up watching it over here, wondering if I wanted to get in somewhere over the new highs or something, but I mean, it just had a big sell off there. I ended up not taking it. So not a big deal today. Come back tomorrow, looking to manage my risk a little bit better even, and we'll see what happens. Thanks again for watching.